Hey, my beautiful sweet friends, how you doing today? It's me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Let me take you guys on another journey through an unpredictable, often absurd, guys, and always challenging life as a temp. This one is called, guys, the conference room conundrum. The morning started like any other, guys, rushing through traffic, iced coffee in hand, and double checking the address for my latest temp assignment, my latest temp gig. You gotta always check that address. This time, guys, I've been assigned to a tech company to assist with a massive backlog in their procurement department. I was told it would be straightforward data entry, organizing files, and maybe answering a few emails. Easy enough, right? When I arrived, the receptionist handed me a visitor's badge and pointed me toward the conference room. She said, "That'll be your workspace." She said it with a smile that was just a little too forced. My stomach sank, guys. A conference room? That's never a good sign when they send you to the conference room. Sure enough, I walked in to find a table covered in stacks of paper, binders, and sticky notes with cryptic labels like vendor A3 urgent and follow-up unknown origin, whatever that means, right? The company laptop was buried under what looked like yesterday's lunch wrappers. It was clear no one had thought to prepare this space for me or even clean it up before I arrived. This happens all the time in the temp world. After spending the first hour, guys, sorting through the chaos, oh my goodness, today, it was so much chaos. I managed to create some semblance of order there, some semblance. That's when my temporary supervisor, a man named Greg, strolled in. Greg had the air of someone who considered himself far too busy to deal with the temp. "Morning," he said without even looking up from his phone. He said, "Listen, we're in a bit of a crunch here. There's a team meeting here in an hour, so I need you to, I need you to move. I need you to take all of this somewhere else." I stared at him, then at the mounting of papers that I just organized. Move it? I said, move it where, Greg? Where you want me to move it? Greg shrugged his shoulders. "I don't know. Just find somewhere else to go with it. Find somewhere else to move it. Maybe the break room. Take it to the break room." And he just did his hands like that. "Take it to the break room." And with that, he was gone. Greg left. And I had to lug all of this stuff and try to figure out how to get this stuff to the break room. Now, let me paint you a picture. Me, a single temp, dragging stacks of binders and a laptop and assorted office supplies down the hall like some kind of corporate nomad. This is what I was doing, trying to get all this stuff to the break room. People walked by, giving me curious glances, but offering no help at all. I finally found an empty corner near the vending machines and set up shop. Just as I was getting back to work, Greg popped in his head. He popped his head in around the corner. "Oh yeah," he said. "Oh yeah." Looking mildly surprised to see me there. He was surprised that I was still sitting there. He said, "I forgot to mention, they're doing maintenance in here later, so you'll need to move all of this again." I wanted to scream, guys, literally scream. Instead, I smiled through my gritted teeth and started packing up again. This is a life of a temp. They do this to you all the time with no regard for your care or well-being. By lunchtime, I'd relocated twice. 2 more times I relocated. First to the spare desk in the IT department. Now here I am, sitting at the IT desk, where I was treated to the soundtrack of non-stop keyboard clacking. Clack, 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 clack. And then to the supply closet, guys. I had to move to the supply closet because apparently the IT space was reserved, they said, for real employees. This is what they said, guys. They say, "Oh, you can't sit here. You have to find somewhere else to go." So it was in the supply closet, surrounded by reams of print paper and a faint smell of cleaning products, that I hit my breaking point. I couldn't help but laugh, guys. Seriously, I couldn't help but laugh. This was my life as a temp, shuffled from space to space, invisible to everyone except when something needed to be fixed. Something needed fixing, so that's when they say, "Hey, new girl." But here's the thing, I still got the job done. And by the end of the day, the procurement backlog was cleared, guys. The files were organized, and I even created a system that made it easier to track vendor follow-ups. Hey, boom, hey, out. When Greg finally checked in, guys, he gave a casual thumbs up. That's what he said. Nice work, Temp. Nice work. Great job. He said as if I hadn't spent the entire day playing corporate musical chairs back and forth. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes. Packed up my things and left knowing full well that no one would remember my name the next day. But as I drove home, I felt a strange sense of pride. Despite the chaos and the lack of support and the constant relocations, I'd done what I always do, guys. I adapt. I persevere, and I make the best out of a ridiculous situation, okay? Being a temp isn't glamorous, it's not glorious, it's not easy, and it's certainly not for the faint of heart. But every day, I prove that I'm more than just a placeholder. I'm a problem solver. I'm a survivor, guys. And above all, someone who gets things done, guys, even if it's from the supply closet. Hey! So, guys, it's hard out here for a temp, guys. You know this. It's hard out here for a temp. But if nothing else, guys, it's never boring. It's never a dull moment, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, guys. But before we go, sing it with me! You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard. It's hard out here for a temp. Clap, 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 clap. It's hard out here for a temp. Clap, 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 clap. Hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. Thank y'all so much. I have so much fun making these videos. Thank you so much for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. I love you lots, guys. I do. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for always commenting. Thank you so much, guys, for keeping me going, keeping me inspired. Love you lots, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. You are amazing. Bye for now, friends. See you in the next video.